There we go.
Hi, welcome to the bridge call. And it's a miracle that we're all here again. Okay,
Yes,
I can
made
speak for
it.
myself.
Mhm.
But it's good to see you guys. So what were all the countries represented tonight? We have Arizona,
We have London, England.
London, England.
New York.
Oh,
New
yeah,
York.
New York. Where are you, June?
Sorry.
Alabama.
You muted, June.
We have Alabama, Toronto,
Peterborough,
Ottawa,
Ottawa.
almost Florida, but she escaped and came back, so it doesn't count. So Manon's in the States, and Daniel, where's Daniel? Daniel in Peterborough?
North Carolina.
North Carolina.
North Carolina. All right.
Awesome.
So we are saying we got to cast a wide net to reach all
four corners.
Points. So yeah, all points on the globe to get this bridge.
There you go.
Get that bridge extended to all points on the globe.
Very good.
And being a globe, so the bridge, it will kind of go all around and stuff, right? So we're going to have to ask our higher selves and our galactic beings to help us build that bridge far and wide, just like the other mystical, beautiful things that we're finding on the earth that is inexplainable as to how it was built. So we're going to be part of the unexplainable. How the heck did they get bridges all over the world connecting to every corner of the globe? So we're going to bring in our Arcturian friends and help build that bridge.
There you go.
So how has everybody been this week?
Yeah, how is everyone? It's good to see all of you again. And a newcomer.
All frozen. Oh, there you go. There you go. How's everybody been this week?
Better than last week. I had some vertigo myself.
Vertigo?
Yeah.
Maybe that's an ascension symptom?
Oh yeah, I think it was it was just before the days that we had those 3 major flares in the one day.
Okay.
The X-class flare. One of them was the biggest in 6 years, and it happened to be the 3rd one in that day.
Wow. Didn't know that.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, rattle the hemispheres just a little.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's definitely
affecting us.
So welcome everyone.
I was sick too.
Oh, were you? Oh, I'm sorry.
Pain, shoulder and
feeling better?
Today, yeah.
Oh, good.
Yeah,
to hear that. Glad you're here. Awesome.
Yeah, I can still be there, even if I'm in pain.
Good. Be in the energy.
Yeah.
Awesome. So.
Oh, there's Jackie here today. Yeah. Hi, Jackie.
I was thinking about you just the other day, and I said, I got to ring her. Ring her up. What is going on with Jackie? She should be a millionaire with tons of coaching clients by now.
Good.
You guys are freezing up on me. What's up?
Are we? Maybe your internet? Not mine.
I think my internet's not stable. Yeah, my internet. I don't know why. Okay.
Well, we're here.
So let's gather round.
From all over the world
and link up and connect our energies to all the people that are here live and here in spirit. All right. Yeah, so Danny, do you mind bringing in and rallying us up and herding us into a circle? like a
Sure.
good sheepdog.
Aaron
Like that.
Sheepdog.
But all of a sudden,
Good
I
one.
just had it like we had to be herded in like cats.
Yeah, let's do some herding. I'm
Herding.
sure
All
we
right.
were
So if
herdsmen in some past life somewhere, right? Shepherds.
right.
Okay. We call on the heavens of light to be with us here at this time. We call on the angelic realm of light to surround us, all the angels that are always around us to support us in this circle of unity, the circle of connection at this time. We also call on all our spirit guides of light to be here with us and assist us with messages and anything that would help us on our path here today. We also call on Father, Mother, Creator, God at this time to surround us in a dome of protection at this time, as we all work together as one to assist each other, but to also assist the planet at this time. We accept all of this wonderful light and love and healing and energy of protection as manifest right here and now. And so it is. They're all
And also at this time, we want to call in our higher self or higher version of ourself, our soul. We want to bring in our soul, individual souls. And we want to bring in any spirit guides and anyone on the other side of the veil. It's like there's no veil. So anybody who wants to step in and that are here for our highest and best good, that are here to contribute and expand and help us expand and extend our frequencies at a higher realms, to be here with us and to assist us, to upgrade us, and to help us let go of anything that is blocking, challenging, that's deterring our path, and help us to step into our highest version of ourselves.
Very good.
Beautiful. Okay,
Nice energy. So are we going to talk about what we talked on the phone a little bit?
yeah. So, yeah, so, yeah, you want to go first, Danny?
Sure.
I'm not sure
I mean,
who should piggyback off.
Deborah did say something about what's going on. So we understand with all
Okay.
these flares, with all these energies that are coming to the planet, whether you call them light codes or photons, or whatever name you want to give it, is bumping us up energetically and our vibration on the planet. And we've talked about this before. So as we are climbing what I see as a vibrational ladder, we have to let go of the low vibrational things in our lives that don't resonate with us. And a lot of that is emotional. And we're talking about things that in your life that, bringing up old memories. Like, why are we, it's happening to me. I'm thinking about my childhood when I'm 6 and 8 and 10 years old. I never do that, of things that I did, things that were going on in my life. So all these old memories are coming flooding up for a lot of us, right? So old energies, old thought forms, maybe some of it negative, maybe some of it trauma, that is right now in our face, right? And a lot of it we can't avoid. And it's there for a reason, because it's a low vibration and it's time to heal. It's time to let go of all those old ways of believing or thought forms or the issues that we carried most of our lives. It's time to let them go. And so they're right in our face now. In my practice, I see a lot of people are dealing with stress, anxiety, depression, and there's a fair bit of anger out there. And that anger, as you understand, comes from being hurt. So we have to let go of all the hurts that we've had in our lifetime, or even the hurts that we might have put on someone else, and to let go of any of that guilt So there's lots going on, a lot of stuff that we have to process. And like Deborah said, some of us are feeling it physically. I went for a walk 2 or 3 days ago and I could hardly stand up. I was so, whether it's, I forget the phrase she called it, I was just dizzy, lightheaded. So we're getting a lot of stuff happening to us. And a lot of it is our lower vibrations that are coming up and saying, okay, we need to release this. We need to deal with it. We need to let it go. And we're doing healing on a massive scale on the planet. And so it's an interesting time. For some people, it's not that interesting. You know, if we've done the work, life is good. Life is beautiful. But for those that, you know, avoid that issue, avoid that pain from their past, it's going to be right in your face and you're going to see it. So when I go about my business in town, I pick up on the energies of all the people around me, and I can see a lot of anxiety and I can see a lot of anger. People have short wicks now. I've never seen so much road rage on TikTok and videos. It's unbelievable amount of road rage out there. People have really short wicks now because all that stuff is in their face and they have to deal with it now. So we're going to do a meditation / healing here tonight to kind of balance our energies, let go of anything that we might need to let go on a mental and emotional level, because we really need to do this work now and bring calm to our lives so we can be calm for others, right? Because it's pretty crazy out there right now. Pretty crazy. Would you like to add anything to that, Lucie?
Yes.
Thank
So
you.
what we talked about earlier was, like Danny was saying, there's a
Detox.
lot of stuff going on, a lot of negative energies, the 5Gs and all this beautiful stuff. Like, I don't know about you, but the chemtrails are a little overboard. Overboard.
Couple
Like,
days ago, we had so many in Peterborough, crisscrossing all over the sky. It was
yeah.
wild.
So they aren't going down like easily, right? So here's the thing with me. I'm, you know, started a new career, new company, new this, new that. So I've been in a big learning curve. But
Mhm.
I was getting ready for work last week sometime, and you know, and I'm on a call every morning. It's a little motivational, role playing, script playing, and you know, hearing how other people get along. I have a great support team at the office. It's really great, actually. And so anyways, what was happening was I was just getting ready and, you know, just trying to figure out how the heck I'm going to do it all. And then all of a sudden, this freaked out emotion came up in me. And I was like, oh, what is happening here? And then I tuned into it, and it's like, so I felt like it was my child. And then I go, oh, what is happening? And it felt like fear. And I was like, oh, and then I was starting to talk to my little girl, and it said, my little girl was saying to me, I'm scared. I'm scared. And it kept saying, I'm scared. I'm scared. And I was like, oh shit. So all these emotions were coming up. And so I don't normally hang out there. And then if something even remotely like that comes up, I kind of get into action, and then I go into resolving solution mode or whatever. Because you know, you have it like, oh no, we're not going to have those negative thoughts come up, so I have to clear it out, change the thought, and then it just came in so strong, because what was happening on my outer world, things weren't happening with flow. It seemed to be like struggle and just, I don't know, I just was getting knocked around. I just felt like I was getting knocked around, and I was very aware of how it was showing up, and or appointments that was going on and they were turning out the way they were turning out. I was like, what is all this all about? Right? Because we're always sending the signal out of who we're being. and it's always going to boomerang back. It always echoes back. So, you know, I am 100% responsible for how my reality shows up in my world. So the last few weeks, it was like, what is going on? So then the child comes up and I was like, wow, she's really scared. And then I normally go to solution mode, but this time I went, no, we're going to hang out here. And then all of a sudden now I could feel the panic, right? 'Cause I never allowed myself to feel the panic.
Okay.
And the stress and be in the fear. And then I was like, wow, I'm in panic mode right now. And it's not like I was in panic mode, but I was literally feeling it in my body.
Right.
And then I went, wow, well, no wonder life is showing up like all over the place. And people were like being how they're being. And because that was the signal. And it was relieving for me to have that come up, because it was like, oh, here it is. Because I was like trying to figure it out, and you can't figure it out. So it came up, and then I gave a friend a call, and I was telling her this was happening. She's like, well, why don't you come down to my place? You know, I'm going to be doing this course, blah, blah, blah. So I went down to her place Saturday, but in my mind, I'm like, 4 hours course Saturday. This is my busiest day. I can't do that. Blah, blah, blah. Ego took off. And I'm like, and then my soul kicked in. It's like, you're taking your butt down there and you're going to sit there for 4 hours and we're going to shift this trauma. And the course was about releasing the trauma out of your body and training your body to be happy. Creating a container so that you could literally bring in abundance. Like when you've got trauma in the body, you've got this little tiny container. Or you're deflecting it or something. It's like, you know, so I really got that. I needed some help in the shifting department. So I went there and did that. It was really good. I jumped into week 3 of number 12, and I was like, oh, that was really good. And then we went into a meditation. And so the meditation was amazing because, so my friend and I were in the meditation. So we're in the meditation and we end up in this meadow, this field, and it was the 5D field. Like, and so I turned to her and I went, oh my God, we're here. We made it. And then who showed up? Franco showed up. I was like, oh my God, which was confirmation of we made it, right? So he showed up and we're so excited to see him. Then all of a sudden, all my other friends that had passed, like Peter and Scott and Joanne and Pauline, and these are all the people that passed in the last year and a half. And then I literally started crying, like physically crying. And what was happening to me was, I can't believe how much I missed everybody. And so, and my dogs showed up and a couple of my boyfriends, my dad, it was like, everybody came.
Too much at once.
Yeah, it was a lot, right? And so I was like crying and crying, like literally crying. And then what happened is they rallied around me and to balance me out and integrate the energies. And also the message that they gave me was, we've always been here. We've always been here. We've always been with you. We're always with you. We've never left you. And I was like, oh shit. Like, it's just so neat to hear that on a regular basis, because a lot of times you're out here going, what the heck is happening? Like, why are they treating me like that? And why is that happening like that? And how come I'm not blah, blah, blah? And then it's all happening to me. It's all happening for me, right? It's all happening for me for a reason. So in the course, they talked about energy leaks. Okay. And energy leaks are in a form of fear and trauma. Okay. So when we have an energy leak, it's like you have a bucket and there's a hole. There's a hole in your bucket. You have a little bit of a leak going on here. And you know, you're filling, working, meditating, working out, but something it's not expanding. So fear and trauma, according to her, is one of the biggest energy leaks. And you know, for me, like even when I realized that the child was really, really scared, all of a sudden, all these incidences in my past, where I was traumatized, they all came up, and it was just, I was just getting hit with all these different scenes, and I was like literally upset. I was really upset, and I was telling my mom, I said, "Oh my God, like this happened." I was like, "This is so upsetting." She's like, "Wow, that happened to you as a kid?" I'm like, "Yes, this is really upsetting." Like this is the first time I looked at it like that. Where before I was like, "I'm coming back to take them out." Where now I'm like, "Shit, that was traumatizing." So it was really good, and I didn't realize how much was still stored in my body, right? Because our soul is using our body as a conduit to experience here. So when our body's loaded with traumas and fears, the soul is almost like feeling like a repeat, because it's not allowing, you're not living fully out. You're not being fully expressed. You're always tripping over the trauma and the fear. And so the job, my job, our individual jobs is to take care and respect and honor our body. This is our vehicle, right? We're not going to drive our car off into the cliffs and, you know, let it run out of oil and just drive this thing into the ground. No, we would take care of our vehicle, right? So we have to take care of our body. So it was a good eye-opening for me. I don't know if any of yous have had trauma in the past, and trauma is not, oh, I've had more trauma than you, so you know, or you have more trauma than me. It's not, that's not how trauma works. When trauma enters into the body, you're living in now of a type of reaction to reality, right? Like you're now reacting because you're on the defensive. So it's like you don't want to get hurt again. So there's a form of frustration, irritability, not trusting. There's all kinds of stuff going on when there's trauma. And it's so insidious that it's almost like you don't even know you have the blinders with trauma, right? So the big thing about what we were talking about was our body is like matter. So the body is matter, and you got to make the body 100% your matter. So you have to treat your body. So if that means you got to get help in releasing the trauma out of your body, do it, right?
No.
And how you do that too is filling you up with God's love, gratitude, and treating your body with respect. So what are you eating? What are you drinking? Are you going to sleep? Are you getting enough sleep? Who are you hanging out with? What kind of conversations are you having with? This is all, you know, coming out of matter. All right. So very, very important. And like, what kind of dialogue are you having with yourself? So when we want to create stuff into the world, we have to increase our container, right? So yeah, so let's say, oh, I want to make $1 million so I can open up these retreats and get all these, you know, the kids and the animals and blah, blah, blah. And then I'm just going to sit around and wait for somebody to show up. So then the $1 million will show up, and then all of a sudden the retreat will be done.
Right.
Well, that could happen. I'm not saying that it won't, but 99.9% of the time, I don't think it's going to go like that. I think you need to partake in the manifesting. And the thing about when you respect and honor your body and help yourself expand your container, God's going to see that you're in good shape in order to receive, right? Because you're only going to get what you can handle, right? So when you're in trauma, you only have this little tiny jar,
Yeah.
right? So, and it's a matter of letting all this go and expanding the container and expanding God's light within. So now it's like, so moving through what we're going through, like, okay, there's a lot of things happening, solar flares, the energy, the Earth's in 5D, that's like forcing things up to the top. The timelines are all, you know, collapsing into one. That's like bringing up a lot of stuff at rapid pace. There's so many things going on. I mean, there's more beings here than ever, you know. So there's a lot of things going on that's helping us, right, upgrade and loosen up and let go of the resistance so that we can literally become more conscious. And if you are feeling like you're struggling or not getting things shifting into gear, right? Because we got to get this into the next gear. We got to move into the next gear, the next gear, the next, like a 10-speed bike. You're like pedaling super, super fast, but not going anywhere, right? So as soon as you put it into higher gear, you start moving, you start flowing, you start reaching higher
Where are you
ground.
going?
Huh?
Hello?
So,
Whatever that was.
so a lot of this stuff, so I came out and we had a good meditation and stuff. I was like shocked that all this came in, and I know that I haven't been meditating as much as I should be. So it's one of the practices that I don't do enough of. So then we went for a walk. We're like, okay, let's move our body. Let's go move our body. Well, I made it down to like the grocery store area and I had to rush to the bathroom. And then I was there for I don't know how long. It just kept coming out and coming out.
Surging.
And I'm like, oh my God, what? And, you know, I'm shocked. I'm shocked. Okay.
Right.
So I'm very grateful that I was able to, you know, be part of the clearing and all that. So the woman that we are with is, her name is Z Earthstar. That was the girl that we did the training with. So Z is XI Earthstar. She's a young Asian woman. And she's got 2 huge businesses and she was in Costa Rica. And another thing that was happening for me that was very unusual was I was upset over a lot of things. I don't really get upset. I go, oh my God, good for you. I'm usually happy for you. Like, wow, that's great that you're able to do that. No, that's not how it was showing up. It was like, I was getting upset. So all these people were heading down to Costa Rica and I was getting more upset. What is wrong with me? So it was all coming up, you know, because what was happening to the little girl was she wasn't able to get herself to Costa Rica. And how come they're going and I'm not going? It was like, freak out. So I share this story. I put myself, I'm like, okay, this is what happened to me. To be like, to show you how crazy it can get. So the more conscious you are about how life is showing up, you know, like, why are you dizzy? Why are you, you know, why are you not sleeping enough? Or why are you like arguing with, you know, the cashier? Or like, you know, why is crazy things showing up? So you just like got to stop and go, oh, okay, what's happening here? Because I'm sending the signal. We all send our individual signal. We're all putting it out there for a reason. And whether it's to, you know, land on your ass and go, okay, I seriously need help, or I did really well today. And I noticed something about with the shift that I just went through this week. I mean, I don't think I stopped physically purging till like yesterday, and that was like last Saturday. I seem to be a little bit more pleasant to everybody. You know, I don't have this level of like, hurry up. And it's not like I don't say things like that. I go, hey, how's it going? Da, da, da. But it's my energy. It's all messed up. Right. And it's like, So, more work to do. I mean, the funny thing about me sharing all this is I've done work for, you know,
Funny.
1 million people. Okay. I've been working on myself since I came into this damn planet. Okay. And it's just, and I'm only here. So I want you to be open to the fact that there might be some more stuff that needs to be released.
Yes.
Okay. And, you know, if you're saying to yourself, how much more do I have to do? And yeah, I don't need it. And it's like, you know, just that alone, it's just like, okay, just relax, just drop your resistance. And when you're in a good zone, when you're like flowing and having a good time, that's a good time to do the work that you need to be doing to prepare yourself if anything was to ever come down the pipe, right? You know, you never go to the well when it's dry. It's like, don't wait for the well to be dry to go get some water. Okay. So do it while you still have some juice in you. So does anybody want to share anything about that?
I found something today that might be interesting for you. I saw this little Bashar clip. Are you familiar with Bashar?
Yeah, I love
love
Bashar.
I love everything he says. So I saw this video and he was talking about a piece of music called Beethoven's Seventh Symphony with second motion or something. And the first 3.5 minutes of that is specific vibrations and music that can help you let go of all kinds of stuff and do all this healing. So I heard the video of him talking about it, and then I found a clip of it explaining what what it actually does for you, and it brings you into real alignment. And the thing is, 2 minutes after I saw it, they took it off YouTube and they took it off Facebook.
Wow.
So I have found the picture that explains what it does for you, and I have a link to that a 1 hour loop of the 3.5 minutes, and it's done in 432 hertz, and it's really amazing to listen to it, and it does all this healing work for you. So I do have a link for that.
Wow, beautiful.
Can you send it to me, Deb, and I'll send it to everybody else?
How do you want me to send it? Just a text or
Email? Email's
email?
best, if you
Or
can.
you could put it in the chat in the group here on the
Do we
Zoom.
have a chat here?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's perfect.
Awesome.
Because Z Erstar, she is also vocalist, singer, and she does tunes with frequency and certain tonalities and stuff. So, and they say that will be the highest modality of healing is through sound and frequency. So yeah, definitely aligned to that. So I think it was a combination of her sharing, you know, really honoring and respecting ourselves, and also doing a clearing of vocal sound frequency clearing. So, and another thing with all the chemtrails and everything going on and how they're like, you know, ramping it up and trying to do her thing, and then, you know, how we have to paint our roofs blue for God's sakes to survive.
That's a pretty color.
Well,
Okay.
blue is the only one that their bioweapons can't burn through.
Yeah.
So 90% of Japan's roofs are blue, and now all of, like, a lot of sections of Florida painted all their roofs blue. Like, everybody's onto it now, right? So I want to say that they are extreme when it comes to doing what they're doing, and they've been extreme about it for a long time. Okay. And they become masters, and they thrive on being extreme and doing it to the extreme. And, you know, what we need to do also is get extreme about being well. Okay. So sometimes like, oh, it's not a big deal. You know, I'll just watch this killer movie and watch them like, you know, shoot each other up and stuff. And we think that it's okay. And we're going to come out of that movie like not traumatized or nothing in our energies, where, you know, you're just lying to yourself, right? So it's a matter of becoming way more vigilant and way more extreme when it comes to what are you putting in your body and what kind of conversations you're having with, like really, really, really be conscious of it and see how you can step up, you know, and also what is it that you're wanting in life, right? Like, what is it that you really want? So if you made a list of 10 things, 10 top things of what you want in your life, shoot, and then what would be your favorite one on that list of 10? And that's the one you shoot for. That's the one you get passionate and extreme about. Because shooting for that will challenge you, will, you know, confront you, will talk to you. And who you are going to be and who you become in going for it, you are only going to step into your higher version of you. So anything that's stopping you, like anytime you're like, oh, okay, so it's a pipe dream, I don't think I'll ever get it, right there and then, like, where's that coming from? Or how, you know, anything that you're saying or doing that's not aligned with shooting for that, where is that coming from? And that's what needs to be busted up.
Yeah.
And get extreme about it. Get really committed about wanting what you want. Like, go for what you want. I mean, the energies are completely supporting us at this time. So, anybody want to say anything about that? Are you guys all with me? You guys excited? You guys like, what the heck?
I have a question.
Yes.
I'm wondering, are we clearing our lineage as well as everything to do with ourselves at the same time?
I believe we are.
Yeah, you can be, because a lot of the lineage programs have been nicely passed down so that we inherited some beautiful stuff that in the beginning it was about like, okay, we're going to pass down some stories and beliefs and you need to do this, you need to do that. And at the time it might have served, but there's a lot of other stuff that we just don't need it today. But we live it out, right? Like we think we need to be protected, or we think we need to, you know what, 90% of our thoughts are old, right? So anything that you're repeating over and over again, that's a resentment. Like anything you keep repeating over and over, you have a resentment either. And 99% of the time you're resenting yourself. You're judging yourself because there's nobody out there. So do you need lineage programming? Ask yourself, how does that feel when you're like, okay, lineage, lay it on me.
Let it rip.
My shovel's only this big. And we got a pile this big out here.
Yeah.
You'll be there a while.
So yeah, you are clearing it out, but at the same time, it is yours because through agreement, you took it on. Some form of agreement. Nothing is happening without your agreement. This whole craziness that we're in, we've agreed to be here and experience what we experience.
Can I add a little something to that, Charlotte?
In the truth.
Yep, sure. Yeah.
So the work that I do.
Wait, Alva's got her hand up. Go ahead, Alva.
Okay, so what people need to understand is that whenever you do any work on yourself, you're doing it for your family, for those before you and your lineage, even your sisters and brothers. It won't be to the depth it is in you, but it will be clearing it out for them as well. That's really important. And it's like an onion. Every time you do it, you're taking another layer away, and people need to understand that.
Agreed,
Yeah, and
because
that's
we're all
why the
connected.
work has to be done within, right? Because you can't do the work for the lineage. All you can do is your work for you, and you are a ripple effect.
Okay,
So it's impossible for it not to clear out.
right,
So that's why your job is to take care of number one, which is you.
okay,
Yeah.
got it.
The other thing I'd like to share is that, and in my files, you know, Madam Bookworm here, in my files, I have the music that clears each of the chakras, the frequency in the chakras, that if you're having a specific problem, you can go to that music. I'll see if I can find it and send it to you, Danny. And
Yeah,
they use it, it's always been encouraged in university to study to the classical music because it opens your mind and allows you to relax. But also it balances and clears the chakras and allows you to heal at the same time. If I can find it in my notes.
sure, whatever.
Yeah, well, I have
Send it
it.
to me.
Yeah, so just if you
Sure.
talk for a minute and give me a second and I'll see if I can find it.
No problem.
So to just add a little bit to Charlotte.
Yeah.
So when the work that I'm doing, most of it is past life for the person. And as they release and heal all these past life, it's the same issue that they've had many lifetimes. And as they're releasing it and letting it go, it's infecting the whole lineage.
Okay, okay, yeah,
It's very powerful because those old systems is passed on from grandfather to son to grandson. Those old energies, that old negativity is all being broken now at this time. All those generational stuff that we've had for hundreds of generations is all being lifted off the planet right now by many healers.
yay, yay.
It is, because we're not going down that road anymore. First of all, it's a low vibration and we can't take it with us, first of all, right? And so it's got to be healed. And there's many people on this planet that are doing the healing. And I truly believe the heavens are helping us, whether it's guides or angels, to heal all this generational stuff, right? And
Yeah.
once we heal it all, nothing will be there in our future but joy and peace and love and harmony, right? That's what we got to look forward to. We got an amazing future to look forward to. We really do. And it's exciting to be a part of this, obviously. Hopefully that answers some of your questions.
Yeah, no, that's perfect. Yeah, thank you.
Oh,
Yeah.
you're welcome.
Okay, so I found it here, kids. All right.
Oh, there we
so
go.
I'll just give you a couple of them because the heart one is the most important, right?
Yeah, I would agree.
So the heart is Bach's Brandenburg Concerto in F major, Debussy's Clair de Lune. That's one of my favorites.
Me too.
Scriabin's Piano
Oh,
Concerto F
there.
sharp minor, and Beethoven's Symphony No. 8 in F. Now, what's interesting is that each of these, okay, the heart also represents the musical note of F, the element of air. And I don't know whether everyone understands this or not, but when you do the Om and you raise your tongue to the roof of your mouth, what you're doing is balancing all the chakras at the same time.
Amazing.
Nice.
With sound. Yeah.
Is there a way that we could, can you write that down?
You know what?
Right.
I'll scan it and send it to Danny. Okay.
Okay.
Because
Send
I
out
have
all-
this is all the stuff I teach.
Yeah.
So
Just
I
a
will
small
send this
part.
to Danny and Danny can share it with you. Okay. Because I have the base, the navel, the solar plexus is another one because we take so much in through the solar plexus, right?
Yeah.
So that's Mozart Symphony No. 39 in E flat major, Chopin's Tressia Etude in E major, Mozart Symphony in 39 E flat major, and Mozart's Horn Concerto in E flat. That's the solar plexus. And the solar plexus are also connected to fire, the element fire, and the keynote of E. And the other thing people need to know is that your spinal column actually has a keynote aligned to every column within every vertebrae
Vertebrae.
within the spinal column is aligned with the notes on the piano.
Really?
Oh, the keys. Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Oh yeah, and colors. And the
Yeah.
other thing is that if you have specific problems with your spinal column, it also could be aligned with the sign that you are.
Okay, gets
By
going.
getting
That
to
is so weird. I have to put in here, I'm a designer, and when I used to go over to my shop at like 10 o'clock at night and do my, design something for and pulling fabrics and wallpaper books and putting everything together. And I swear it was like I was hearing a symphony when I did it. When I was all alone and really got in the zone, it was completely, there was a rhythm, to the designs. It's all connected.
Okay, so what you need to know
Oh.
is that you are aligned with the 7th level, because anyone that is intuitive and being inspired is working out of the 7th level.
Ah,
So
Okay.
that's why you were hearing music.
I was. And I said, this is like a symphony. And I would come out with the whole thing. And I had very high intuition of what people would want in their houses. And yeah, that was back when I was in the zone. But
Yeah.
Yeah.
You just haven't paid enough attention to it lately. You're still there, dear.
Yeah. Well, I'm there in a different level. I don't, that's not my medium anymore. Let's put it that way.
Doesn't matter. You still have the connection.
Okay.
True.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's right. Well, thanks for that, Alba.
You're welcome.
That was awesome.
Yeah, that was good.
Yeah, I can't wait to get those. I want to listen to that music. I'm going to Friday. I've been invited to a new place that just opened. It's called Sound. Wait a minute, Sound Healing. Somebody just sent me. It's so weird. They just sent me this invitation right before I got on the call. Yeah, it's there's an opening of a new place called Safe and Sound. That's the name
Nice.
of it. A new
That's a
studio.
good name.
Book, yeah. For sound baths, they're calling it.
Wow.
Cool.
Isn't
That'll be
that cool?
It is.
Yeah, let us know how it goes.
Safe and Sound, 716. I got this right before this call. It was so weird. No, it's so perfectly aligned.
Yeah,
So perfectly weird.
perfectly weird.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
It is awesome.
Well, I've heard this for, when I first got into this with COVID and that, well, this was before COVID. There's Michael, his name's Michael something. I bought the book and the CDs, and they all have healing for different parts of the body. And then I started reading about how sound is, going to be is the most powerful healer of all.
Right. It is. I used to have music from Sharon. She was in Toronto, and she actually played music to raise your vibration when you had health issues. She would listen to the angels, and she played for one of the big bands in Toronto. I can't remember the name. I'm terrible with names. Legionnaires. She was with the Legionnaires in Toronto. She was the piano player. And she wrote music for people with learning disabilities, for animals. I have all of her music, animals. And if you had an issue, she would write music for you or perform music and record it for you and send it to you to heal that particular part of the body.
Wow.
Yeah, she passed away about 5 years ago now, but I still have a lot of her material. She was absolutely fabulous.
Wow.
Oh my
Sound
God, that
again.
reminds me of when we went and saw Cryon years ago. There was a guy there and he did the same thing. He
Oh,
had
that
his,
guy that played the organ and
the
piano.
organ.
He's amazing. He
Yeah.
is
Yeah, and
amazing.
he would do a specific, you know, he would play a
Songs.
piece specifically for you.
Right. I had her record, I do a CCMBA, and I had her record music to help people move through complete cellular mind body alignment. I had her put some music together to make people move through the energetic shift that they needed to heal. I've still got it, but we don't need that anymore because we're working on a much subtler energy to move through this now. So I don't use that anymore, but I had her write music for me when I first started doing this. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
All
Really?
right.
Brilliant stuff.
Wow, so interesting.
It
There we
is.
go. There we go. Who else wants to share before we do a clearing meditation? Oh, here we go. This is what I was looking. That's it. Come on. Who else? Who needs to I went to this women's event a few days ago,
Mhm.
and there must have been about 500 women that signed up for this event.
Oh,
It was downtown, and it was the first one that she'd done, I think, since things opened up. And anyways, I got there, and it was also a networking event, just everybody just trying to get out and, you know, getting our groove back on and stuff. And it was weird at the beginning of the night. I lost half my voice.
really? Interesting.
And I've been to many networking events, right? And it's like, ah, and then that night, ah,
Can't talk.
I was
Wow.
operating with half vocals, right?
What
I
were
was
you
like,
afraid of sharing?
I don't know. I was like, wow, what is happening to me? So I had to do most of the listening. I'm like,
Maybe,
hi, what do you got?
maybe it was a lesson, Lucy. Who knows?
I know. I was
Exactly.
like, hi, what's your name? What do you got? Talk to me.
Wow.
No voice.
It
That
was,
is
I never
something.
had that feeling before. I was like, ah.
You were meant to be quiet.
Yeah, it wasn't sharp. So I met like so many people, and it was beautiful the way it worked out. And then after I
Cool.
left, it just cleared right up. I'm like, yeah. Something just
And-
like,
Sounds like you were supposed to be listening and not talking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
yeah, it was really cool. It's so cool how
Yeah.
it happening. And then you're like conscious of it happening. You're okay, you're gonna work with it. You get it, you're in the witnessing of it, you're in the happening of it, and you're like, okay, let's do it, right? And then it just unfolds. You're like, wow, I'm so grateful.
I'd like to share one more thing with you. I had this happen to me on the way home, and I won't go into detail. But people are becoming aware of the, I want to say in my case, it was childhood trauma that happened when I was about 13. We were talking about cars, and my mother had this car, and I started explaining the trauma that happened around the car. And I was given, my daughter is a medium, as you know, and her guide is a cardinal. And as we were talking, the cardinal came through and said, someone did my mother wrong. And anyway, he came through and he said, you need to know that he was a dishonest person and he died on the toilet, had a heart attack on the toilet. And with it, I released the trauma that was associated with it. So
Wow.
you need to be aware of triggers
Yeah.
of when trauma's happening and how you can release it. Because as soon as
There
they
you go.
told me the story of what had happened to this gentleman that had not been nice to my mother, I was able to release it on the spot. So people that are more in tune and aware are going to be able to do this on the spot when you recognize it. It's releasing. So please be aware of that as well.
That's right.
That's
Very good.
exactly what I'm talking about. Yeah.
Mhm.
And what is happening for us, and we're becoming more conscious, and we're be able to like right on the spot and be in the happening, be in the witnessing, be in the observing, and then release it. Boom. Like,
Mhm.
don't fight it, right? It's like, And spirit will like set it up too, right? Where like
Yep.
whatever will come in, or a person will say whatever, and you're like, oh my God,
Yep.
that's it. So
You're
I
right.
don't know, like,
It's all for us.
I mean, last week, yeah, my head wasn't like this last week. It was
I can see
like,
the
what
difference
the
in you, Lucie.
heck?
I can see the difference in you. Your energy has changed.
Yeah, and it's shifted, and
Yeah.
I was like, I'm so grateful because you're dragging around a 17-piece luggage set. Like, it's like, when am I getting
Yeah.
this into an overnight bag? Like, come on, how long do
That's
I need to be
right.
dragging this, right? And then when you let it go, you're like, you just go right up. Crazy
Right.
times, crazy
Mhm.
times, be passionate, be compassionate, be, compassionate, be
On
sensitive.
yourself, especially.
Yeah, on yourself. Like, don't be so hard on yourself, right? Because I was like, what the heck? I got all these skills. Why isn't this happening? I should be like, blah, 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 blah. And I was like,
Get out of the way, Lucie, right? That's what we have to do.
so I've signed up like for the next, 10. This is where I'll be Saturday afternoon for 4
Mhm.
hours. Stop
Mhm.
all business. I don't want nothing coming in. We're just doing this. Ah, trust and
Right.
faith, trust and faith.
Yes, we do.
Just gotta have trust and faith. All right, let's do
Do
it.
your, okay.
Anybody else want to share anything? It's so great that you guys are all here. I'm so appreciative of all
Yeah,
you
it's
guys for
been
being here and how we are
an
connecting,
awesome
and
evening.
we just bring like different aspects to this whole community, and every piece is so important, and even like where you're at, where you're going, where you've left, it's just all amazing, and you bring in like your whole entourage,
With you.
and
Yeah.
and we don't realize how much we're bringing in to the party, and you don't even have to say anything. Like, it's just your beingness, being here, being willing, being open,
Yeah.
contemplating,
Yes.
looking at stuff,
May I share?
Yes,
yeah,
please.
it's all important.
That is so true what you're saying. Has anybody heard of Marcus Bird?
Marcus
What's the last
Burr.
name?
No.
Bird,
Burn.
bird, like the flying bird.
Firth?
Marcus Bird. Nope.
Yeah. He's from Australia. He had an awakening. He's channeling all this Egyptian stuff, and he says we actually have 13 chakras, not 7.
7 main
Amazing
ones.
stuff.
We actually have more than that.
Right, but the main 13 ones. So it's pretty amazing stuff he shares.
Right.
And
Okay.
to clear our chakras.
Yeah, and he says stuff went from Egypt to India and China. So they're the
So-
ones that they copied their stuff from Egypt.
Right.
Anyway, lots of
So-
amazing, fascinating stuff. That's what I wanted to share.
So Marcus
Thank-
from Jamaica.
No, Australia.
He's from Australia?
Yep.
Marcus from Kingston, Jamaica. So he's not a black guy?
Nope.
Oh, got the wrong guy.
Marcus Bird.
I
Bird.
just sent you the list of music, Danny.
Excellent. Thanks. I'll pass it on. Mhm.
Anyway, I think I have one of the emails. I can forward it to you, Lucie, if you're interested. But
Yeah, it's always good to
yeah, amazing,
Check out
amazing
some stuff.
stuff he shared.
it keeps picking up this guy, so I don't know. All right.
Hmm.
Share. Okay, so
ready.
between all of us here, I mean, Danny and I, we're going to do our meditation healing. Danny brings in the big guns, and I just repeat what I see. Like, I just see a bunch of stuff, and
No, you do a great.
Yeah, and they just, you know what how it works for me is I see what they're doing, and so I just translate what it is and the purpose of them being there, or that they're there, or what's going on, or who's coming in, what's being created. You know, I just share. I just tell you what I'm seeing. So, but there's a whole whack of energies happening in the happening of it. So that's why I just want you so much to be able to see the movie that I'm getting. Right. So that you can go, whoa, what's going on here? And then be able to feel the energies too, right? Because it's beyond this little human dimension. And so everybody has specific energies and, you know, superpowers that we bring to this table. So let's anybody else want to share, and we're going to get right into it.
Somebody? Okay.
I'm just
Good to see you,
picking up
Daniel.
on yeah, good to see
We
you.
have someone from South America. Also,
Are you in South America?
Yeah,
Where are you?
I'm in Peru.
Oh,
wow.
hey,
We covered a lot
Elias,
of countries here tonight.
Travis Elliott is doing a Peru retreat next March. Yoga.
You mean a year from now?
And 1 year from now, yeah.
Well, he's
many
been to
places.
Machu Picchu. He's been a lot of places.
Yeah,
Yeah, I've been in Peru for 5 months. I've been in South America for almost a year.
Wow.
Beautiful.
I'm backpacking.
Wow. I love it.
Yeah.
Yeah. South America is awesome. It's just the whole, like, it's the vibe. It's the whole vibe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You staying down there for a while?
Yeah, I'm traveling through every country. So in 5 days, I go to Bolivia, and I'll be there for 2 to 3 months. Yeah. Just making my way through.
Very good. Doing your work.
Yeah.
Bring us all with you.
Send us
You guys
pictures.
can join me. Danny's gonna join me here soon, he said.
Okay.
Love to. The two Dans.
Put it out there. Put it out there. You got to put it out there.
Yeah, I'd
Don't
love
put
to
it out there. You can just forget about it.
Yeah.
Put it out there.
Forget about it. Yeah.
Forget about it.
Yeah.
All right. So that's my
Ready?
Italian self coming out. All right. So everybody, your intentions are you're bringing in your superpowers, you're bringing in your big guns, you're bringing in all your highest intentions, not only for yourself, because anything that you want for yourself, you want for someone else. Anything you want, very good things for someone else, you want for someone else, you want for yourself. It goes back and forth. So everybody just sit back and relax, and we're going to take in some deep breaths. We're going to be taking in some deep cleansing breaths and enjoy these breaths. Be conscious of the breaths and see how the breath is moving through your body, through all the chakras, all the way up from your hips, all the way to the top of your head. And if you got to yawn, if you got to shift, if you got to move your body around, like, get it relaxed. Help yourself. Help yourself be comfortable, and so that you can enjoy being here. I'm going to take in 3 big cleansing deep breaths. And we're going to connect. I want you to imagine a big white golden light beam coming down from our two suns. We have two suns in the solar system. We're bringing down golden white light through the big beam, and we're going to move it through our crown chakra. And as we take in a big cleansing breath, we're going to allow this white big beam of light, golden white light, come down through our chakras, filling up our hemispheres and clearing out and wrapping around the pineal gland, the thalamus gland, and going down into our nervous system. Just pouring in golden white light. This has a lot of frequency, very, very high frequency. It's pouring in a lot of high information, wisdom. And at this time, we are allowing some heavy duty clearings to take place. And as it pours down through past our third eye into our throat chakra, clearing out all the energies in the vocal, in the gums, in the tonsils, in the tongue, in the jaw. And just imagine it going down the back of your neck and connecting into the vagus nerves on each side of your neck. And we have the one main vagus nerve on the left side that goes down into the heart area. This vagus nerve goes down through the body, all the way down, connecting to every organ, all the meridians, and the whole nervous system, down the spine, and moving through the lungs, filling up the lungs with golden white light, high frequency. High frequency is unconditional love, the highest joy, the highest happiness, the highest knowing. So we move this golden white light down into the lung areas and through the heart chakra and also the physical heart, expanding. Expanding and increasing the speed of the vortex in the heart chakra. You can see the colors moving out. So we've got a beautiful light green color expanding, mixing in with the golden white light. And as this high frequency golden white light moves down through our spine, down into our digestive system, into our solar plex, clearing out, just having everything move with ease and flow, and also filling up the arms and the elbows and the forearms and the hands, telling you to just let go of control, just to relax the body. And it's a safe place. And it's okay to be relaxed. It's okay to feel. And feel the vibration in your arms and your hands. And we move the golden white light down into the sacral. And allowing a lot of the fear and the traumas and the hurts. I'm going to bust them up, shift them, turn them, so that we can bring them down into small bite sizes where we can actually release them. And as we all bring in our big guns, we're all here with superpowers, with our own very high, powerful entourage, high frequency, with combining, with clearing with the golden white light through each and every one of us, and clearing out our conduit, clearing out our vehicle. Changing the oil, changing the liquids, changing the fluids. Moving down into the root chakra. And being able to digest life. Allowing life to come in as it is, being conscious of what it's showing you. And not resist it, not fight it. Just be aware. And be excited that life is showing up the way it's showing up. And just like, what is this trying to tell me? What is it communicating? What do I need to look at? What am I needing to listen to, hear, understand? How do I help myself? And it's all about asking the right questions and letting go of the questions like, why is this happening to me? Or why this, I don't know what to do, or I don't get it. When we understand that we're very powerful beings, we're very powerful manifestors. And everything is happening for agreement. So it's okay the way it's showing up. So allow it to present itself. Don't react. So we're moving the golden white light through the root chakra, clearing out any blockages, any stuckness. And we're going to start lubricating the hips and the joints and the pelvis and the bowels, and allowing the digestive system to move through. And we're going to loosen up the kidneys, the spleen, and the liver. So have better flow, better movement. And we're going to move the golden white light down our legs, activating all the meridians, the nervous systems, the muscles, repairing back to its original blueprint. Anything that's out of whack, out of alignment. We're going to ask our big guns, our higher selves, to restore anything that needs to be restored back to original blueprint. Moving down into our knees, our calves, our feet. And this golden white light that is now running from our solar suns down through our feet, coming out of our feet and down into Gaia. Now fully connected, fully activated. And this is just allow this to upgrade our cellular, releasing all old cellular memories and activating new ones. And also activating our DNAs with all our galactic beings that we have access to, all different information, superpowers, very high loving beings. And they come with understanding, and everything has a very soft tone. Everything is extremely gentle. Everything is just nudging, very gentle nudges with lots of love, understanding. This is how they're coming in. They also want to help you adopt that for yourself. To very gently, with a lot of love, nudge yourself along. We as human beings that have been on this planet, it has been very challenging for us human beings, especially us star seeds, us light workers, us that are in the knowing, that are wanting a better world. It's been challenging, to say the least. So it's allowing this golden white light to bring in the gentle healing and really taking your time. We're not forcing or pushing, just allowing it to happen. And it'll happen. More will be revealed. And you just keep inquiring. How can I better serve not only yourself, but humanity? Never leave yourself out of the equation. Because when you serve you, when you respect you, when you honor you, then you will respect, honor, and love all the other aspects of you, all the other 7 billion aspects of you. So we want to increase the sovereignty mindset, the 100% responsible, the knowing that all is in agreement and all is here to serve you. Because we love you so much that we want you to step into your highest self in your time, at your speed, for the purpose of serving not only yourself in being who you deserve to be, but also for humanity. They say they come to serve and assist with great love. You're never alone. And being uncomfortable, getting comfortable with being uncomfortable. It's okay. It's okay to stretch. It's okay. It's okay to, go for what you desire. So this golden white light is running, it's upgrading, it's releasing, it's clearing. The original blueprints are being implemented. The hemispheres are being balanced. Pituitary gland, third eye is being washed away so that your vision, you can see with clarity. Feel your body relaxing. Hear the tones. Hear the vibrational tones. Beautiful, sweet, angelic tones that's surrounding us, actually. It's all over the place. Surrounding us, it's over above us, and it's running through us. And all the tones have colors, and yet they're operating like waves. Waves of frequency that are going through us. So if you really get present, you could feel your body vibrating in different spots. And know that we are living in abundance. So just imagine a country full of lush trees, waterfalls, oceans, animals, beautiful weather, lots of sun. If you can picture that, that is who you are. You are abundance of creativities, knowings, love. So I got a lot of birds coming in and they're just flapping their wings to help us move the energies. All right. So with that, you're going to bring that into your evening, wherever you are in the world. Thank you for being here. Keep carrying this energy with you. And this knowing, call on this energy wherever you are, whenever you're needing a boost. And we also send this off to everybody that's here in physical form, spirit form, and everyone else that will be arriving later on. So we can take in a few deep breaths and come back when you're ready. Or you can fall off into dreamland. Oh. Okay, so on the count of 3, I'm going to say either come back or Good night. 1. If you're ready to open your eyes. 2. And 3. Welcome back. Thank you, everybody, for being here.
Yes, thank you. This was a
Thank
wonderful
you.
evening.
Thank you.
You guys
Thank
are
you.
awesome.
You're
Thank
welcome.
you.
Thanks, guys. Thanks,
Thank you.
guys.
Thank
Thanks,
you.
guys.
Well done, Lucy.
Really appreciate you guys.
Well done.
All right, keep up the good work.
Yes,
Counting on you.
that's it.
Thank
Be
you.
your
Good
highest
night.
self.
Okay, have a good night, everybody.
Nice.
Good night.
Thank you.
Great.
Thank you. Take care.